Hey guys, it's Housewife in Heels. So I am here with my latest shoe review. In case you could not tell by the title, I am going to be talking about the Christian Louboutin Kate 100mm today. Now, these shoes have been a part of Louboutin's core collection for years now. I want to say since 2013, roughly when the So Kate came out, and there was sort of a need for something a little bit more practical, and outpoofed these. And initially, I never gravitated towards the Kate. I was always much more of a So Kate person. If I wanted a shoe in a particular color, it was always a So Kate, never a Kate. And that is true to this day. I'm not going to be going and buying a million and one different Kates like I do So Kates, but I do think that these shoes are worth at least noting and talking about and putting out information, because I know if I were in the market for a pair of shoes for $800, I would want all the information I can get on it. So here we go. Now, the first thing I like to talk about is if you can get these at a lower price, please do. If you can avoid going to the boutique and paying $800 or just going to Neiman Marcus and paying $800, do it. Now, I see these go on sale on sites like Gilt, Rue La La. I see them go on sale at places like Saks Neiman Marcus sometimes. And these are always available at the Louboutin outlet. Like, I have the one near me in Cabazon. You can get them for a lower price. Granted, you're not going to get them in the core colors like the nude or the black, but you can get them at a lower price if you are just one of those fortunate enough to have one of the Louboutin outlets near you. You can get them 40% off there. And I just happened to get very, very lucky at Neiman Marcus last call. I know that those are much more readily available than actual Louboutin outlet boutiques. These I managed to get for $450 after everything was said and done, tax, all that. And I was just really happy because I like to collect Louboutins. I like to try out a bunch of their most popular shoes. So I knew eventually at some point I was going to want to give these a go. I was going to want to get myself a pair. And honestly, I am really, really happy that I did that, because these have been one of my most used pairs lately. They've become a shoe that I reach for a lot. They have become sort of a favorite of mine, not necessarily for the looks, because I know the looks can be a little bit plain Jane, sort of the So Kate's little sister, so to speak. But these I feel are definitely worth it nonetheless. If you're someone who is, say, torn between a pair of So Kates and a pair of Kates, I would strongly advise getting the Kates, because you will definitely get your money's worth. If you just go ahead and pay full price, or you're in a position where you can't wait for a sale and you just want a pair of shoes now, you need a gift for an occasion, whatever the case may be. If you're thinking about getting this for someone else, same thing. I never advise getting someone a pair of So Kates for a gift unless you know that person is a So Kate fanatic like myself. I would always recommend these. Now, if we're talking about purchasing a pair, I know I need to get into sizing. These actually tend to run big, but for me, I have found every pair of pumps I get from Louboutin, I tend to stay one size, a 35 and a half. Now, my true to size is 36, but I have very narrow feet. So in order to accommodate for that, I need to size down so I know the shoe will stay on my foot. That being said, I think that most people are going to go anywhere from their true to size to a half size up. Now, this is really going to depend on the width of your foot. If you have an average foot, you're probably going to want to go true to size, anywhere from average, slightly narrow, things of that nature. If you have a wider foot, I would not recommend the Kate. I would recommend, while these are still available, the Pigalle Feliz. If you have a sort of wide foot, not like a wide foot, I would recommend Hot Chick, same thing, sort of wide. And if you have a wide foot in general, if you're going to go for a Louboutin pump, I would advise you in the direction of the Eriza. Now, these I think are a great investment if you just know that you have your heart set on them, you really like the look, because some people do. And here is why. I have had these for maybe 6 months, give or take. I want to say I got these in February. And look at the use I've gotten out of these puppies. This is how you know when I really, really like a Louboutin, because you will see like half of that red on that sole is gone. I wear these puppies out. Now, that being said, the material kind of has something to do with that. The Nappa leather is a lot softer. It's going to break in a lot quicker. I had very little to no break-in period with these. I was just able to wear them, run around, go. These have become my sort of running around getting stuff done shoes. I've gone grocery shopping in them. I've gone to Walmart in them. I've ran errands in them. Any sort of little stuff that's mundane that you do throughout your day, as far as being out of the house, I've probably done them in. So I think they are a very, very good shoe for someone like myself with narrow feet, or just people who have an average foot who just gravitate towards this kind of shoe. You definitely can break them in if you're worried about having sort of issues with comfort, having to break it in. Get the Nappa leather. If you're someone like myself where you are very confident with what you're able to handle and not handle, then you can pretty much get these in any material you like. I know that some materials at Louboutin can be a lot tougher to break in than others. So if these were to all of a sudden, I don't know, let's say get destroyed tomorrow, let's just say my apartment flooded or whatever, I would definitely, definitely, definitely go out of my way to get another pair of these, and I wouldn't feel super, super pressured to get one in one particular material. I would feel totally great in getting them in whatever. But that's going to be about it for this review. I really hope that I hope that this helped you guys out if you're interested in purchasing these for yourself or for somebody else. And while we're at it, if you have not checked out my Patreon, I would really appreciate it if you did. It is $3 a month, and it really helps me out because running this channel is not cheap. Now, for those who are subscribed, I really appreciate all of you. There will be a Q&A coming up very shortly if it is not already there. So if you want to get to know me a little bit better, go ahead and check that out. I also have a TikTok. There isn't a whole heck of a lot on it, but I'm working on it. It is under housewife_in_heels. If you want to get a little bit more from me for free and support me that way, I'd really appreciate that too. And as always, I will get into the try on, and I will see you guys in the next pair of shoes. Bye.